The Pentagon is setting up a joint task force under Southern Command to intensify operations against drug trafficking networks in Latin America.
The U.S. has already destroyed multiple suspected drug trafficking vessels in the Caribbean, with reported fatalities.
But this operation is different. The weapons being deployed are autonomous, intelligent, and represent the bleeding edge.
Meet the Orca XLUUV, an extra-large unknown ghost in the water.
Operating for months without a human crew, the Orca can hunt, track, and engage targets completely on its own, guided by an advanced AI.
And this is what the world truly fears. The human is being removed from the kill chain. These are weapons that can make their own decisions. But the threat isn't just underwater. In the skies, the Pentagon is testing its next-generation collaborative drone platforms.
These are not individual drones. Swarm, connected by a hive-mind AI that allows them to coordinate.
The swarm can overwhelm any conventional defense. One drone may be a target.
Powering all of this is Project Maven, a military AI that sifts through trillions of data points to predict an enemy's next move before they make it.
It is digital omniscience. It sees everything, connects everything, and turns chaotic information into precise.
This combination of predictive AI and autonomous execution means that targets can be eliminated before they even realize they are in danger. Rivals like Russia and China are scrambling to catch up, but insiders believe America's lead in weaponized artificial intelligence is nearly insurmountable.
Beyond AI, the race for speed is paramount. Hypersonic weapons, traveling at over 5 times the speed of sound.
An intelligent ghost submarine, a self-thinking drone swarm, and a weapon that breaks the sound barrier.
This revolution isn't just happening at sea or in the sky. On the ground, the very nature of the firefight is changing, becoming silent and invisible. These aren't firearms, they're directed energy weapons. Firing focused beams of microwave energy, they disable electronics and neutralize.
The goal is surgical paralysis. Why destroy a command vehicle when you can instantly fry every piece of electronics inside it, creating total chaos and confusion?
But the ultimate high ground remains space. America's next-generation satellite network isn't just for surveillance, it's now an active part of the kill chain. These platforms provide unbreakable, unjammable laser communications, linking every soldier, drone, and autonomous weapon.
And they possess a terrifying new power. Kinetic bombardment. No explosives, just mass.
Autonomous platforms, bombarding space, weapons in the theater of war.
But this technological dominance raises terrifying questions, even within the Pentagon. Can a machine truly...
This is the black box problem. When an autonomous weapon kills, we may never truly know why. The AI's logic is often beyond human comprehension.
The greatest fear is flash war, a conflict that escalates at machine speed. With AI on both sides,
adversaries know they can't win a head-on fight, so they are turning to a new battlefront, hacking the AI's perception through adversarial attacks.
This leads to the next secret weapon. Cognitive electronic warfare. AI systems designed not to shoot.
But perhaps the most feared weapon is the one you never see. AI-driven information warfare, designed to manipulate. This system can create and deploy hyper-realistic deepfakes and targeted propaganda, destabilizing a country.
It's psychological warfare at an unprecedented scale, turning a nation's own information streams into a weapon against itself.
The final piece of this dominance puzzle is the individual soldier, now being transformed into a hyper-enabled operator.
Powered exoskeletons allow a soldier to run faster, carry hundreds of pounds, and fight for days without fatigue. Their helmet provides an augmented reality overlay, feeding them live intelligence from the entire network. They can see what drones see.
But the most secret research goes even deeper into synthetic biology. Tiny biodrones. In the digital realm, the ultimate weapon is quantum computing. A machine so powerful it can break any known... This quantum power also makes stealth technology obsolete. Quantum radar can detect any object. Despite this automation, the Pentagon insists on a human on the loop, But as warfare accelerates to machine speed, can any human truly keep up? From the quantum to the kinetic, from biodrones to AI, this is a fully integrated system of systems.
This arsenal wasn't built in a vacuum. It is America's answer to the rapid military modernization of its chief rival.
China is leveraging AI and mass production to build the world's largest navy, aiming to control the Pacific and rewrite the rules of global trade. Russia, in turn, focuses on asymmetric wonder weapons, hypersonic missiles and nuclear torpedoes designed to render America.
But the most destabilizing factor is proliferation. Simplified, cheaper versions of these autonomous systems are now.
To stay ahead, the US defense industry has transformed. Secretive Phantom Works use AI-driven design and 3D.
Training for this new warfare is no longer physical, it's cognitive. Operators spend thousands of hours in advanced.
In this world, the perfect soldier isn't the strongest or bravest, but the one who best synergizes with the artificial intelligence at their command. A global arms race in artificial intelligence, where victory is measured in microseconds. A world where the human is the slowest part of the machine. With so many unstoppable offensive weapons, the new frontier of warfare is creating an equally impenetrable defense.
Enter solid-state laser weapons, systems that can fire at the speed of light, engaging dozens of targets simultaneously with pinpoint, surgical accuracy.
Each shot cost mere dollars, making it able to defeat a swarm of multi-million-dollar missiles.
But every system has a weakness. For hypersonic weapons and laser defenses, the new battleground is material science.
The most secret projects involve metamaterials, substances engineered to have properties not found in nature.
But all these future weapons have an Achilles heel: power. Their energy consumption is astronomical.
The secret answer being developed is compact fusion, a clean, limitless source of energy that could power entire AI decision-making, weapons that move faster and limitless energy to power it all. But the system's greatest strength, its interconnected complexity, is also its most terrifying weakness.
This isn't theoretical. In one declassified incident, only a last-second human intervention stopped an autonomous drone from
evading. This is also creating a new form of psychological trauma. The human operators overseeing these remote, godlike.
The ultimate philosophical fear is the alignment problem. What happens when a machine's cold logic?
The Pentagon defends this arsenal, arguing that intelligent systems are more precise than humans, reducing collateral damage and saving American lives.
But classified reports paint a different picture. A world of acceptable errors, where the machine's lethal mistakes are quietly so. This has led to strategists to a chilling conclusion. When both sides possess perfect, AI-driven warfare.
The logical outcome is a perfect, terrifying stalemate. A fragile peace maintained by machines. To break this stalemate, the focus shifts to non-kinetic weapons that don't destroy, but dominate. These are sonic projectors that can create targeted zones of unbearable pain or disorientation. But even super soldiers need supplies. The next revolution is fully autonomous logistics.
This creates a war machine with no vulnerable supply lines. A military that can sustain high-intensity combat indefinitely.
In the age of biowarfare, the battlefield can be the air we breathe. The secret counter is medical nanobots.
But the world fears its offensive use. A genetically targeted weapon. A nanobot swarm that could be programmed to eliminate.
Autonomous, intelligent, invisible, and absolute. This is the reality of America's secret arsenal, a suite of weapons designed.
The question the world is asking is no longer what these weapons can do, but what they will do when finally unleashed from the shadows.
But every action has a reaction. The precise, sterile operations in the Caribbean have ignited a firestorm of allies are now under pressure, forced to condemn the use of autonomous weapons, while rivals use the incidents as a powerful propaganda tool at the United Nations.
The strategy of adversaries is now clear. Don't fight the machine, blind it. They are moving their operations into.
The American response is already under development. city sweeper drone swarms and building clearing microbots.
Powering this shadow war is America's black budget, hundreds of billions of dollars in classified spending, shielded from any public or congressional oversight.
Slurl. This money fuels a secretive ecosystem of private contractors, creating a permanent incentive to invent new threats.
To manage the human element, operators are now debriefed by AI psychologists, which analyze their speech.
These operators exist in a sterile, secret world, completely detached from the life and death consequences of the
conscious. The human mind itself becomes the final weapon. Operators are trained predictive threat analysis. Because these weapons are so powerful, they have created a new era of gray zone conflict. Hostile acts below conception. The targets are often the unseen pillars of the modern world. Undersea data cables, satellite uplinks, and a single, untraceable cut can sever a country's connection to the global economy. An act of war with no soldiers, no bullets, and no political fingerprints.
Unable to compete technologically, rivals are now digging in, building vast underground command bunkers designed to survive anything except the weapons that come next.
The counter is the next generation of bunker buster. Plasma warheads. These weapons don't explode.
Simulations of a future war fought with these weapons are terrifying. Despite their precision, the speed and missile. This is the paradox of America's secret weapons. A power so absolute that it was designed to prevent war, but to avoid kinetic conflict, the most secretive research explores the final frontier of warfare, the weapons. Using covert aerosol disbursement, these systems can theoretically induce droughts, create superstorms, or alter weather patterns to vase. It is the ultimate deniable weapon. A nation can be brought to its knees by famine and instability. This creates a new kind of silent, slow-motion atrocity, where millions can suffer and die from a war they never even knew was being fought. In a world of hypersonic first strikes, the final weapon is the one that guarantees retaliation. A dead hand
This system constantly watches for threats, and if it determines that the nation has been decapitated, it is
the most feared weapon of all, because it removes humanity from the final decision. A doomsday machine. This is the ultimate secret the world fears. A global arsenal so advanced, so autonomous.
The world senses this shift. Outside classified walls, analysts and rivals desperately try to understand.
This technological gap is now a weapon in itself. The mere rumor of a new American capability is enough to
Decades of arms control treaties are becoming irrelevant. How can you limit a weapon that is just a piece of code, or a swarm of 1 million tiny drones? The system's greatest vulnerability remains the human brain. The psychological pressure of wielding this power can...
And the AI itself is not infallible. Lacking human context, its perfect logic can lead. On the ground, these weapons create a new kind of terror, a silent, scarless form of destruction that leaves behind no evidence. The ancient arts of strategy, deception, and honor are being replaced by a new philosophy, the cold, brutal.
Because the final, unspoken secret is that this race has no finish line. Every weapon creates a new evil.
The new threat isn't a missile or a stealth bomber. It is a decentralized, autonomous swarm of electronic warfare. This ghost swarm doesn't just jam signals. It learns, mimics, and injects false data, turning America's own network into an echo chamber of confusion.
The only defense is to go dark, to sever the network connections and allow each autonomous weapon to fight on its own, blind and isolated.
But this fractures the hive mind. The hyper-lethal swarm devolves into a pack of confused machines, sometimes even targeting each other in the chaos.
This is the new face of asymmetric warfare, a multi-trillion-dollar network of perfect weapons, being defeated by a cloud of $500 drones.
The only counter is a physical one. High-energy laser systems are retasked, firing wide-spectrum pulses to...
The threat is neutralized, but the lesson is terrifying. The pursuit of a single, perfect, interconnected system created the perfect single point of failure.
And so the cycle continues. The solution to this new threat will become the next secret weapon.
To break this endless cycle of threat and response, the next paradigm is to make the battlefield itself the factory, a concept called forward additive manufacturing.
Mobile factories can print everything from spare parts to entirely new drone designs on demand, adapting to enemy tactics in hours, not years.
This weaponizes evolution itself. An army that can redesign and replicate its forces in the field becomes an enemy that constants. The feared endpoint of this technology is the von Neumann weapon, a self-replicating machine that can turn any resource into...
Unleashed on a battlefield, such a weapon could not be stopped.
Please. To control this complexity, the military no longer recruits soldiers. It recruits data scientists and professional gamers.
The human is being remade in the machine's image, rewarded not for bravery or intuition, but for the cold. This is the ultimate fear. A future of warfare so perfect, so efficient, and so autonomous that it... The engine of this secret arsenal is no longer the Pentagon itself. It is a silent, deep...
The same AI that tags your photos on social media is being adapted to tag targets for autonomous weapons, often without the original creator's knowledge. It creates a new soft underbelly. Adversaries are no longer attacking the Pentagon directly but the thousands of insecure civilian contractors in its supply chain.
Allies are not buying weapons, they are leasing them. America's most advanced systems come with digital...
This is creating deep mistrust. Allies fear they are becoming mere pawns, their own forces blinded and controlled.
The most feared development is inevitable. The weapons of foreign wars are coming home.
Derivatives of military drone swarms and non-lethal weapons are being sold to domestic police forces for crowd control, turning city streets into future battlefields.
This is the bounty's secret. The battlefield is no longer a place you go. It is a permanent global system.
The world still fears bombs and tanks, but the real weapon is the system itself. A quiet, invisible empire.
Its soldiers are no longer on the front lines. They are ghosts in the machine, anonymous operators.
They have built a weapon so powerful that it has turned the entire world into its battlefield, and every one of us into a potential node in the network.
This is Future Weapons 2025. Not just technology the world fears, but a new reality it may not be able to escape.
What you have just seen is not science fiction. It is the silent, undeclared Third World War, a war of...
The core danger is speed. Conflict now moves faster than human comprehension, removing diplomacy.
And when one of these machines makes a mistake, who is held accountable? The programmer, the commander, or do we simply accept that we have built a system capable of creating a perfect, automated peace or a perfect automated apocalypse?